Hey, yo, foreigner, you crazy for this one.
Yeah, they think I'm jab riding when I'm left hooking. Fiends say they love me cause they know I keep that sack moving. Sad to say, but this the life that I have grew in. I had to hustle, skipping class, man, I was true in. I can flip some packs and teach you how to do it. This the real deal. Better watch your back cause people will kill. Kill Bill, kill switch on the Glock, yeah, this the real. And people spin around them blocks just like a Ferris wheel. But that's enough of that. Let me tell you about my life and where I grew up at. I grew up in the south of Topeka. Then I moved to the east in the streets and I ain't fucking with neither. I ain't the type to go with kill or go and sit on that block. I'm the type to get some trees.
Time out, man. What's up, Bucket Discussions viewers and supporters? It's your boy, Taj James, a.k.a. One Thunder, the Bucket Discussions podcast. I just want to go ahead and let you guys know. Make sure you tap in with the most recent video. And make sure you're on the lookout for the next one, because you know we making bangers. Catch y'all later. Peace. Hey, what's going on, Bucket Discussions family? Today we're going to be reacting to The Timberwolves Are Dangerous by the YouTuber Sly Kai. Go follow his channel. Go show him love. We all know the T-Wolves just made a crazy trade where they mortgaged their whole future for Rudy Gobert, which I think was a mistake, and I think they're going to really regret it years down the line. But I wanted to see if this video could change my mind on the Rudy Gobert trade. Me, I'm not a hater of Rudy Gobert. I don't dislike Rudy Gobert. I think he's a great player in his role. He's really an elevated role player. I think his contract is kind of crazy, but you're worth whatever somebody's willing to pay you. So I'll never hate on nobody about getting their money, especially not a pro athlete. But I really want to see if this video can change my mind because I'm really hating this move for the T-Wolves. I feel like they just made a big trade just to make a big trade. Like, you traded for a player that's not really going to put you over the hump, in my opinion, not going to make you a championship contender. He may make your defense that much better, a little bit better, but that's not going to be the difference between you getting out of the first round against the Memphis Grizzlies, and is that going to put you on the championship level? Me, I don't think so, but let's see if this video can change my mind. Without further ado, let's get straight into the video right now.
After making the playoffs for just the second time in 18 years, the Minnesota Timberwolves played a dangerous gamble by trading for three-time Defensive Player of the Year, Rudy Gobert. And while it was a risky move, many people claim the deal to be a fleece by the Utah Jazz, something I clearly don't agree with. Matter of fact, I'm here to tell you that the Timberwolves were not only smart to make this move, but will consequently be among the...
Definitely a fleece. If you're a real avid NBA fan, you're really locked in, you've been following the league for multiple years, we all know rule number one when making NBA trades: never trade with Danny Ainge. Danny Ainge is a finesser. He has some of the most lopsided trades on his resume. He's the one that pulled off the trade Isaiah Thomas and like Jay Crowder and like a pick or two for Kyrie Irving. That's self-explanatory. You never should do that.
Contenders in the West for years to come. But before we get into that, be sure to leave a like on the video, as each like makes a tremendous difference for the channel.
Oh yeah, my boy, let me get you right real quick.
More content like this.
Let me sub up to you too, man.
Why the Timberwolves did this deal in the first place. The Timberwolves had an eventful season last year and generated buzz that they hadn't had in a long time. We finally got to see D'Lo and Cats work in tandem during the regular season. Ants improved in year 2 and looked like a superstar in the playoffs, and Coach Finch helped this team to overachieve defensively compared to previous seasons. However, the season ended in just a 6-game defeat in the first round to the Grizzlies in a series they could have won.
They should have won.
2 25-point leads in Game 3 and blowing an 11-point lead in Game 5 with just 6 minutes to go. At this point, the Timberwolves had to look across the Western Conference landscape and realize that they're not good enough. They lost to another...
But why? Why do you think Rudy Gobert is that difference maker? I don't understand that move by the front office. Like,
upcoming team in 2022, the Clippers are now back with the return of Kawhi Leonard. The defending champs are getting Wiseman back, along with improved versions of Clay, Poole, Kuminga, and Moody. The Pelicans are getting Zion back, and the Nuggets are getting MPJ and Murray back in the fold. Consequently,
the West is about to be
trading
tough
for Gobert, the T-Wolves will build off of last year's success and become a prominent force in the West. So, what exactly are the T-Wolves getting in Gobert? Well, they're getting a generational talent that is one of the best rim protectors that we've seen in a very long time. Given how porous the Jazz's perimeter defense is, Gobert has been almost single-handedly making them an elite defense over the years. For example, in 2021, the Jazz's defensive rating with Gobert on the floor.
And I love all that, bro. What you're saying is good stuff, but Rudy Gobert, is he a great defensive player? Yes, he is. Multiple time defensive player of the year. Much deserved, well deserved, man. But as great as a defensive player as he is, has that ever translated into any type of playoff success? No.
Was 103.7, which would have been the best mark in the league by far. But when he was off the floor, they would have had just the 28th worst defense.
Like, if you're going to tell me you guys can get Rudy Gobert for,
defensive rating with him on the floor,
let's say 3 years, $30 million. Definitely sign me up for that. But Rudy Gobert for 250, whatever's left on his deal right now, and you have to give up your whole future and your bench, hell no.
Goals defended per game held opponents to 6.4% worse than their normal field goal percentage, was first in defensive rebounding percentage, and was third in blocks per game. That's just scratching the surface of what Gobert brings defensively, and as a whole, you should expect this T-Wolves team to be elite on that end of the floor. The T-Wolves had the 13th ranked defense last year, and now with Gobert, the average wingspan of the projected starting five is an impressive 7'2". Moreover, Gobert is definitely going to make an impact on the offensive end as well. Gobert is a great roller that shoots 71% on field goals out of the pick and roll. He's one of the best screen setters in the league and was first in screen assist and screen assist points last season. The Timberwolves did keep an exceptional passer in D'Angelo Russell in that deal, so expect him and Gobert to run many pick and rolls and for him to be utilized as a lob threat. Also, Karl-Anthony Towns' ability to stretch the floor at an elite level mitigates the lack of floor spacing from Gobert. Additionally, people might have concerns over Gobert.
This is another thing that it kind of sucks because I feel like big men are definitely important in this league. But for the price that Rudy Gobert is at, and once again, I'm not knocking his contract, but the price that he's at, you can get all that in like a player like JaVale McGee. And I feel like JaVale McGee's a great player. And he's not even, 20% of what Rudy Gobert is going to cost you. I feel like I would rather take JaVale McGee than a Rudy Gobert. As great as his stats are on the defensive end, give me Rudy Gobert, or give me JaVale McGee because he can do the exact same things Rudy Gobert can do, and for a much cheaper price.
There's apparent defensive lapses in the playoffs, but as I've stated in previous videos, those are mostly a myth. Does Gobert have Bam Adebayo's mobility and effectiveness at the perimeter? No. But to sit here and act as if he's the crux in the Jazz's defensive shortcomings is beyond laughable. Gobert has been placed in so many situations where his teammates easily get beat off the dribble, causing him to try to compensate for their lapses and throwing off the team's defensive structure. I don't expect this to happen in Minnesota given the presence of Jaden McDaniels and the strides that D'Lo and Edwards have made on the defensive end. But you could raise concerns regarding Cat's ability to guard in space, as he's now going to be defending more mobile power forwards. Another concern you could raise about this deal is the 4 first-rounders that the T-Wolves gave up in the deal. But, as I alluded to earlier, this is a gamble that the team was willing to make. This isn't the 2014 Nets situation where they traded for aging stars and mortgaged their future because of it. The T-Wolves are a young team building towards a winning identity, and accelerating that process should have been in the cards. As we certainly all know, the T-Wolves are far from perfect when it comes to drafting, and we have no clue where those 3 unprotected picks will land years from now if the Timberwolves are a great team. Referencing this.
So bro's going to talk about a deal that, or missed draft picks that happened in 2009? Come on, bro. It's 2022. It's not even the same front office. It's different people. Bro, those picks, I know a lot of people like to just say F them picks, but I feel like them picks are going to be important in the future, especially if the T-Wolves, which I don't think they're going to meet the expectations that their fans and the front office has for them, I don't think they're going to be a finals contender or a finals team. And if this team so happens just to fall apart and just, it's like, oh, we got to trade this guy, we got to trade that guy, is that Rudy Gobert deal going to be like, damn, are they going to be sitting back regretting that deal? Which I think they will.
That I saw, the author says that if we look back at a random set of 4 firsts, would have been 10 years earlier, you'd have guys like Solomon Hill, Gerald Martin, John Collins, and Rui Hachimura. And it's safe to say that a package of those combination of players wouldn't fetch you Rudy Gobert. Moreover, let's further get into why I'm a firm believer in the Timberwolves. Anthony Edwards quickly lived up to the hype of being the #1 pick and has quickly quieted his doubters. He's already a 21-5-4 guy in the regular season with improved efficiency from the previous year. But in his first playoffs, we saw a glimpse of what he could be in the near future, being the T-Wolves' best player and shooting a very efficient 40% on 10 threes a game. By this time next year, I can guarantee that Anthony Edwards will be an all-star, as he'll get to the line more than ever before, he'll be even more efficient from the outside, and I expect his playmaking to improve as well. Karl-Anthony Towns isn't a slouch either, as even though he didn't have the most consistent of playoff performances, he's still one of the best offensive players in the league, making 25, 10, and 4 look.
Hey, Cat, all that clowning you did to that man Russ last year, your day gonna come, bro. Just remember that.
Extremely easy. And let's not forget that he's still one of the best shooting bigs that we've ever seen, shooting 41% on 5 threes a game last season. And with that being the 4th season of his career where he shot at least 40% from 3. Additionally, Jaden McDaniels continues to be a versatile swingman for the team, and D'Angelo Russell, though also not having a great postseason, is still an ultra-valuable playmaker for this team and can break down a defense and give you 20 on any given night. The Western Conference is tough no matter how you slice it, and the T-Wolves certainly won't be the favorites among teams like the Golden State Warriors and the LA Clippers. But by taking initiative, the Timberwolves have the potential to challenge the best of the best. Thank you so much for your time, and please comment down below how you feel about the Rudy Gobert trade. Did the Timberwolves give up too much? And also,
dope video. I like how you really broke down a lot of the different points, but I still don't like the trade. I wasn't very convinced in this video, but all in all, it was a great video. And one thing I do hate for the Minnesota Timberwolves next year is they traded away, I got to give it to him, Pat Bev, their heart and soul. Wherever he goes, man, his energy is just contagious. Is Cat still going to be that same guy? Is he still going to have that same confidence? Because we know Cat's confidence can vary from game to game, week to week. So is he still going to be that same guy? Obviously, we know Ant-Man, his confidence is just, it's going to be there regardless. He has no fear. But is that team still going to be the same without their heart and soul, Pat Bev? I guess we'll see next season, and I'll catch you guys in the next reaction. Peace.
Jungle like I'm Conan, kind of with both hands. Switch the flow like it was broken. I'm on the road, man. Making plays just like DeRozan. I shoot my shot, and that shit wetter than the ocean. I brag a lot, but with the wind and come the boast in. I made a lot from them apartments that I sold in. He didn't make it up to college, so them streets where he enrolled in. I know I'm a scholar from the moments that I was exposed in.